Alright guys, we are back. I am Gwin, and with me of course is Rance. This is the rundown, number 6.
Number 6.
We are in the semifinals.
We're
Thank
getting
you
close.
all for tuning in.
Yeah.
We've got Suppy and dKiLLeR. I was just kind of looking at what Suppy said there and being a little bit confused. He said, could Fok have lock, I think? Switching his F's and his L's. Thonks. So Suppy, maybe his keyboard is broken? Maybe he's just being a little bit BM.
It's his secret macros he has on his futuristic keyboard.
On his futuristic keyboard, because he is a nerd from the future. Is he one of Nestie's nerds that Dr. Nestie created in the future and he came back to the past?
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. It might be.
I wonder if Suppy's gonna do his 11.
He did do his 11 pool. Oh no.
There
Yes,
he goes.
there it is. The 11 pool going down. So Suppy loves this.
Yes.
Loves this.
I love this too. I bit this off Suppy directly on the ladder when I
did you?
saw him do it before, and it works like a charm. ZVZ. Oh my lord, it's so good.
And dKiLLeR just going for, looks like the standard gas pool opening, 14-14. So let's. I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to do some player intros. In the yellow, playing as the Zerg at the 9 o'clock position, we have dKiLLeR. And of course, in the red, we have Suppy playing for Team Check6. He is no longer in Team VP. One day he might get another account.
One day he'll buy that name change.
Maybe. We'll see.
How much do those cost anyway? I still have my free one. Can you even buy one yet?
If you have I don't think you can buy them. I don't think they're
Just get a
selling
free
them.
one.
And dKiLLeR sees the 11 pool, says super cheese, TT, crying face. Suppy makes the crying face too, and dKiLLeR says I like macro. Suppy says no, because Suppy, you like macro. What are you talking? You're trolling people, Suppy.
Who's making the lings first?
Of course, dKiLLeR going immediately for the Baneling nest and the lings. Suppy, on the other hand, is going to have the much faster queen. He's finally making his own 4 lings. I think dKiLLeR is like expecting like super aggro play coming out of Suppy, and he's not seeing any of it.
And as we know by Suppy's interview before, that's not how he plays this 11.
No,
he just gets it to get that vomit off fast.
Super fast queen.
Yeah.
And the super fast speed.
Yep.
His speed is ahead of his opponents. Suppy moving around with some of these lings. He is going to be able to chase this ling off. And dKiLLeR is in the dark. He doesn't know what's happening in Suppy's base. So Suppy needs to be careful and deny that ling, though.
Yeah.
Being very careful.
One ling, so important.
And what do we see going on? The Baneling nest has finished. There's defensive Baneling going down here.
One defensive Baneling.
One defensive. I like that choice. I do.
We do see 8 more lings coming out from Suppy, though.
Oh, and he denies it right before these lings pop. That is so huge. And Suppy's going to have speed first. If he can capitalize on having speed when his opponent does not, this could be huge.
Yep,
he's going to get up here. He's going to sneak. He's going to see the defensive Baneling at the top. And Suppy is such a smart player. What is he going to do? He says, well, you're making more Banelings. I know you are, but my speed is finished. Oh, and the 2 queen blocks. So dKiLLeR getting it just barely in time.
Keeping all those Banelings up, too,
What is Suppy going to do? He's going to make
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
a ton
6,
of it.
7.
That's 7 Banelings morphing in. And here they go. Oh, Suppy, what are you doing with some of those lings? Oh, wow. Huge hits go down. So dKiLLeR handling that great, but there's one Baneling making her way into the base. No, it gets taken out by the queen. So Suppy not really panning out with some of that aggression.
Yeah, dKiLLeR came out on top of that little threat, I would say.
And dKiLLeR just going to go ahead and expand. Suppy has not expanded yet himself. He is continuing. Oh, now the expansion goes down for Suppy. So both players expanding. And I think dKiLLeR came out on top of that. Suppy morphing in more Banelings. These are going to be defensive Banelings against these lings that are streaming down the map toward him.
I think he's be able to do it.
Probably will be just fine, though.
And they pop just in time to deny. Let's see if the Zerglings are going to be able to deny this hatch rate or not. They're not going to be able to. Clutch Baneling positioning here.
Oh, and one Baneling blowing up so many of Suppy's. So great Baneling there out of killer.
Ooh.
Can he get that Baneling hit he
He's
wants?
fine. He got it. Yeah, that was good enough.
Try. Suppy probably going to be able to clean this up. If not, there's two more defensive
tight.
Banelings coming
tight.
out right there.
Go Queen.
Queen's going to be able to trap one of those.
No
This guy,
counter.
he's going to go back here. He's going to try and make a Baneling. No, he's not. No big counterattack. Hatch is just going up for both players, and killer has gone back to droning. Suppy making 8 more lings. So, I'm not sure what Suppy's
That's kind of
gonna do
interesting with the
this.
hatch about to pop to make that many lings. I figured he would have droned a little bit.
Gone to the droning.
Meanwhile, though, drone transfer happening in killer's base. And he's going to get the expansion populated slightly before.
He's got his spine crawler going up. Let's take a look at the... Oh, but look at this. Suppy now making 7 drones at a time as he moves these lings out. Wants to be aggressive. Wants to maybe eat up some of these banelings. With single zerglings, of course.
It's quite the
that's way to do
supply
it.
he's got. And if you notice, killer was supply blocked until just now.
Oh, and Suppy sneaking in. He's going to go for some drone kills. The hold position. Needs to be careful. There's banelings there.
Yeah, he lost some.
Getting a big hit off, but he's going to come in here. He just wants to get the scout, I believe. He's going to lose all those lings. But he killed off 2 of the banelings.
2 banelings remaining in killer's base now. As you can see, the drones making their way down to Suppy's expansion. So he's now got his income squared away as well. Look at the supplies identical.
And we have not only identical drone counts. Oh no, killer finally pulling a little bit ahead. Suppy with these defensive banelings doing a great job. Killer probably trying to sneak into the main. No, just going for some of those drones. Baneling hit goes off. But both players with very similar economies. Very similar choices. Killer going for the quick layer though.
Like it. I like it. Roach Warren going down in Suppy's base. So we could have a divergence in the tech from here.
Absolutely. I think we're probably going to see Mutalisks out of killer. Or we're going to see pretty fast infestors. He is up to 4 gas. These 2 just popping now. Getting populated shortly. But Suppy taking a quick third.
Nice.
So that is kind of bold out of Suppy. He really doesn't have the units to defend that. But killer doesn't really have the units to put pressure on either. Suppy now going for his own lair. Roach Warden on the way. We're about to pop for Suppy. And killer needs to scout this third. Does he know about that? Let's take a look at his vision. No, he does not. So Suppy doing a great job denying the Overlord scout there.
Forces are under attack.
What is happening here? Looks like killer's going to get the best of that with some... Or Suppy, rather. Going to come out even with some micro.
Wow.
The banelings coming in, not going to be needed.
Okay, I think you're right about the mutas there.
Spire about halfway
Spire
done.
about halfway
12
done.
roaches on the way for Suppy. So he might try and put some pressure. There's a 3rd spine going down at the front, and I mean the spines plus the lings, he should be able to clean that up. I'm sure that Suppy saw this, and if not, yeah, he's moving the Overlord, so he's definitely going to see this going down. But I'm a little bit worried about Suppy. He doesn't have any anti-air defense, and that Spire is going to pop soon.
Well, maybe he's going to hit this timing just before the mutas can come out, but we've seen this before, haven't we, where the Spire pops, roaches hit, mutas come out, and roaches die.
Absolutely. So Suppy, Suppy and I actually had a conversation about this matchup yesterday and how it sometimes gets really hairy when you do something where you don't get that. Throwing down the Spore Callers, though, so I'm sure he knows those Mulos on the way. There are 6 in production. These roaches need to target fire this down. Baneling's coming in. What are they trying to get hits on?
Oh boy.
And Suppy going back with that one in front. Can he get the hit on those Zerglings he needs? No, it looks like he opts to go for the Spine Crawler with it, and Baneling's actually really good against buildings, so a good choice there out of him.
Yeah, he should be able to. Ooh, nice transfuse on that Spine Crawler. He's going to be able to keep it up, and he gets another one off. That Spine Crawler is just a tank right now. Should have died twice with all that pressure. Muto is finally popping, going to be able to take care of that roach aggression, though. And I'd say the only thing Suppy gained during that was a safe third.
I mean, but his third isn't really safe. He doesn't have anything there, and he's making nothing but lings, so he wants to continue this aggression.
Oh, wow, yeah.
But he has killed off all the Spine Crawlers and all the Banelings for killer, so this could be super effective. We have the Evo Chambers, the roaches going down here. But these lings just streaming straight into the main. Probably going to go for some hold position micro.
Ooh, and actually trying
drone.
to target the queen there if they can, and they could drop
the queen down. Queen does go down.
Yeah.
I don't know, there was a lot of lings to sack for one queen, going for the second queen as well, so really wants to cripple his opponent's production. And definitely just going to go ahead and do that. Suppy pushing with some roaches again, trying to take out these spines. He is successful with one of them.
One spine remaining. I don't know if that was worth it, Gwyn.
And third up for both players. Suppy with pretty good spore crawler.
If you look at the supplies, though, 102 to 72. And those mutalisks seem to be the difference in the supply right now. And he's got quite a few out right now, Gwyn. You can see him heading across the map. Wow, what is that? Like 10 of them, I guess you'd say?
Take a look at the unit count. It looks like he has 11 mutalisks out, so pretty close there. But 3 queens in the main, infestation pit on the way. These lings are going to go around and counter to the third here, and Suppy really doesn't have an answer to this. He's going to lose all these drones, cancels, pulls back, says, I cannot defend that. I got some mining out of it for now. Even moving his spores.
Nice. I like it.
Such a, you know, conservation-friendly player. Of course, these lings going to try and pick off the spores, and looks like they're going to be successful there.
That thing is moving. That thing is losing health slowly. That's kind of weird when it's on the move. Doesn't get killed so fast.
Well, spores have armor and 400 hit points, so that's quite a bit of health there. Muta's going to come in here, see that there's a pretty good defense. Have to pull back. We do see some infestors on the way for Suppy, but Suppy losing overlords and just kind of bleeding supply right now.
Yep, and the supply is starting to get really out of hand right now. As you can see, dKiLLeR up 140 to 77 in supply right now, and he seems to have the advantage in all areas at this time. Map control, superior economy, and that mutaflock out there is going to be extremely dangerous.
And dKiLLeR actually looks like he's setting up to transition into Hydralisks. He has the Hydra Den down, and somewhere, there it is, getting the groove spines. He's not producing Hydralisks yet, but he's getting that 1-1 as well. Suppy ahead in the upgrades for the ground army, getting 2 attack at the moment, but I believe he just has the 1 evo. Yes, so he's not gotten the armor. And that's actually a lot of queens out from Suppy.
Yeah. Wonder if he's going to do his little spine crawler thingy.
I think we might see we might see Queen Roach Infestor out of Suppy.
That'd work. That'd work.
I believe I don't think it was in the rundown rather, but I'm pretty sure I saw a game that Suppy played where he did this really scary Queen Roach Infestor play. Oh, and catching a couple mutas with some fungals. Those mutas are gonna go down. One of them does at least. To the Mass Queen, but Suppy just went Mass Queen.
Yeah, he did.
And with roaches and infestors, he's able to do 6 sick damage with it.
dKiLLeR's getting some infestors out too, as you can see. 5 on the way here, but the push coming from Suppy out front. That's a big army, brother.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the queens can transfuse, so it's actually way scarier of an army than it looks.
Yeah.
And the infestors, of course, can lock everything down. He's leading with the infestors. I like that choice a lot out of him. You know, wants to be able to get those key fungals off.
Lord's going to come up and engage the front here. As you can see, the spine crawler starting to push forward from dKiLLeR's base. 4th does finish up for dKiLLeR, so he's got quite the strong economy and quite the large amount of production happening here. But the queens now finally entering the creep with the roaches and the infestors. Let's see how this goes down. Oh boy!
Huge fungals.
Ooh, losing queens though up front.
Huge transfuses going down though as well. Those mutalisks all going to go down to the queen. Needs to transfuse a little bit better. Suppy, maybe those queens didn't have the energy that he needed.
Yeah, that's a lot of roaches, bro.
I think Suppy might lose this. Yes, the DPS of the Hydra is probably too much for the queens to overcome. Expect to see GG, and there it is.
GG. dKiLLeR victorious versus Suppy in the first round of their semifinal. This is a best-of-3 situation, though, so we've got at least another round left.
Absolutely. We're going to be going into Game 2 as soon as the players are ready. Let's go ahead and jump to our splash screen, though. Take a little break.